Welcome back. It is Issues at Hand, WBS TV. Peter Kibazo with me, Frank Gashumba. And we are taking a light interest into the events of the week, but particularly the appointment of cabinet and the swearing in of the Lord Mayor in Kampala. Frank, away from the Minister of Education and the Minister for Kampala, I know those took particular light. Get to the age factor. Mzee Ali Kirunda Muabe Kive Jinja. General Moses Ali. Philemon Mateke.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else was there?
The Vice President?
Okay. Edward Chwanuka Sekandi is not as old as the other
and
ones.
One of the top officials I really like and I admire is Sekandi. Very loyal to his master.
A very modest man as well.
Yeah, it's
very
the same
withdrawn.
That pomp, it's not there. I think he has really studied.
Sometimes I think he actually forgets he's the Vice President.
Yes, very simple. He does not carry special chair to an event. But you see these small
He takes away the clout out of the Vice Presidency.
But that's...
I want a Vice President like Kazibwe and Bukenya.
No. Where are they now? You must know your master. Never,
you serve your time and go.
Never outshine your master. Never. Do you know why General Kayihura had to fire this Simeon Subuga? Do you know why he had to fire Kawesa, send him somewhere?
Kawesa wasn't fired. Kawesa is still a serving officer.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, where is he now? I think he's Director Human Resource or something.
Yes.
Kawesa was becoming an IGP. So no master would love to be outshined. I believe Sekandi, the Vice President, really knows his master. That's why he keeps a low profile. Never outshine him. The other day I saw you guys bashing him that the jacket he was putting on.
No. I wouldn't bash Sekandi. I have problems with my friend Ruth Nankabirwa. How could you get the Vice President to dress like that?
Why?
Really? Coat of many colors?
Yes.
No way.
Those are the trending colors now.
No way.
And when you look at the Vice President, I think she's like 65 years. 70?
Close to 70, could be 68.
Those are the things I expected out of him. And surprisingly, the guys in the media houses bashing Vice President Sekandi. Sometimes when you look at them, you also wonder. Anyway, taking you back.
Talk the age factor.
You know, people don't know General Museveni. He's a very strategic person. There is no way General Museveni would fire Moses Ali, would fire Philemon Mateke, would fire Kivei Dinda. The moment he fires them...
But he sent home Kayihura.
For him it was beyond. It was beyond. He must have Moses Ali, Kirunda Kivei Dinda, Philemon Mateke, so that he looks younger in the cabinet. That's the trick.
Need he?
Yes, when you look at General...
But he's younger than them.
When you look at him, by the way, when you look at President Museveni closely, he looks young.
He's younger than them.
Yes, but you must put there someone who is older than him so that he looks at Kijana. That's it. And now he has brought in my friend, Naduli.
Haji.
Hey.
If he passes parliament.
He will. It's a must. If President Museveni wants something, you remember when they had stopped
well, President Museveni nominated Haji Naduli. I mean, Haji Sebagala never made it. He nominated Mbeiza. If you remember a name, one lady called Mbeiza.
Yeah.
Mbeiza never made it.
Do you know, I don't think he made a phone call to the speaker. When President Museveni needs something, you pick up a phone, call Kadag. That person must pass. You remember General Londa? Yes. He said, you won't retire him, and he must be a Minister for Internal Affairs. He died as a Minister for Internal Affairs. Naduli he will go through. And if he has a party in Luwero, I think I will drive to Luwero, because he has suffered for this NRM regime. The man has been in prison, he has been everywhere because of NRM. So to me, the age thing, it's about him looking younger. And for me, I don't expect anything. In this government, I've been saying it, Peter. And these ministers, you see, these are commissioners. There is one minister called General Museveni. There is no minister.
No, any minister is actually supposed to be an assistant to the president.
Beautiful. So by titles, they are there. But every crucial decision, it has to be him. Forget those ministers who visited us in the primary in Masaka, the minister for Dr. Milton Obote. Oh, they had the authorities and power. These ones don't have.
They choose not to have.
No, it's him, he knows. That's why he has been in power. Obote used systems. His regime lasted for 4 years. Museveni micro-manages Uganda. He has been in power for over 30 years.
Frank, I talked to several of, even away from ministers, I talk to technocrats. And I know technocrats that have real power. And they work and run their show. So if a technocrat at the level of a permanent secretary and I'll ask the person that I mentioned to allow me do that. If I went and talked to Keith Muhakanizi today, and he told me, Peter, this shall not happen. Even if I have a letter from the president, it will not happen.
And he has a hotline. How many ministers have his hotline? I've seen ministers fighting to shake his hands at a function.
Watch away.
I know this.
They sit in cabinet on Wednesday.
Let me tell you, when you sit in cabinet on Wednesday, you are there as a minister. You don't have that privacy with him. I know ministers that have spent 3 years without meeting him. I know presidential advisors.
Does that stop you from doing your job?
Yes, how will you communicate to him? And I know lieutenants in Kampala, captains, who can even call the president at 3 a.m. I know senior officers in the army, they are generals. But I know, and they are lieutenants who run the show. That's him. He does not believe in systems. He does not believe in structures. Because if he believed in structures, he will not be a president by today. Why would you go to parliament to make sure that
Jacob is elected?
Hey, I hear he was there by 6. That's the Yoweri Museveni people don't know. Unfortunately, my friends in the opposition, they are sleeping. The man works 24 hours a day. For them, they are at Nakurabe now taking Tusker, and they want power. That's the Yoweri Museveni. If President Museveni tells you that let's meet in Masaka, you go to Guru. That's him. Unfortunately, Ugandans have not mastered him. You've mentioned a PS. I know a PS also. The government will budget 3 billion to his ministry. And the truth, the matter is that 100 billion will go back to State House. So this is the way he has been running this country. And people that have worked closer to him.
Hold on. Viewers, you are able to join us. Our numbers are going to be displayed on the set very shortly. And you're able to call into the show, talk to us.
People that have worked closely to President Museveni, they have not written what they know about him. That's the terrible part of it.
I've seen so many right books. I've seen one by Pecos. I've seen Pecos. I've seen Eria Kategaya.
Those during the between 1980 to 1986. After that, I've not seen any book. I read a book of Major Kazora.
Yes, I've read Kazora.
A book for.
But if you've read Kano Kutu, no, he's now General Pecos Kutes.
And they made sure that they buy all those books. Yes.
They haven't taken money.
If you want to manage
they need to come to my house. I would sell it for a price.
By the way, on WBS, I need the original mustard seed. Mine was stolen. You can't get it.
What is
the original mustard seed and the new mustard seed? They contradict each other. Viewers on WBS, please, I need a copy of the original one because I'm writing also a book.
Well, I think I have an original.
Please, I need it. Something that I really wanted if really General Museveni was really working for this country. I thought General Biralo would be in this cabinet. And Abedi Bwanika. When you hear General Biralo...
I actually called Abedi today. I didn't get him, but I called Abedi.
Let me tell you, when I had General Biralo, Abedi Bwanika, I would give General Biralo the Ministry for Agriculture.
But he didn't win.
No.
The people approved General Museveni.
And did Betty Kamya win?
She must have traded off certain things. Betty didn't run for president.
Did Florence, she stood in 2011. Did Florence Nachuala? When you hear General Biralo, this is the person I must meet. Abedi Bwanika, very eloquent. He knows the figures and everything.
Talk about the power brokers. I haven't yet seen the place of the power brokers. I've had people from Kasese say, oh, we don't have a minister from Kasese. My friend Arinaitwe Rugendo today posted and said, for the second time, we don't have a minister from Barara. And I was thinking, oh, I actually thought you guys have. Tell me about the power brokers.
And
we usually have the Muslims, the Catholics, the Anglican Church, and then the other traditional settings.
And it's you guys in Kampala. When I hear people say, we guys from Masaka, we don't have a minister. I look at them and wonder. President Museveni, what he has mastered very well is simple. He realizes that, you know, Kalungu district, they need an investment of, let's say, 30 billion. I'm not willing to give them that money. Let me appoint Sempiji as the minister. People in Kalungu, the crap, we are part of the system now. But when he appoints a minister, it's only the minister that is benefiting from it.
Some of them have a bit of influence.
Where I hail from...
hold on. When Saida Bumba was Minister of Energy, she delivered electricity to where she comes from. All the way. And she was regularly called Hajati Gake. And she delivered power.
God bless her. Let me tell you. Where I hail from, the former Minister for Finance, Mayanja Nkanji, hails from our area. The former Prime Minister.
Chintu Musoke.
Hails from our area.
Or Chintu Musoke was ideological.
He was a Prime Minister.
Material.
What's there?
He's not material, he's ideological.
What's in Kalungu, apart from Webinu? What's there? So, what are you talking about? To me, I don't care even if we don't have a minister. What I need is social services, good roads, schools,
But the president
hospitals.
always looks at those power brokers.
No, he knows Ugandans. Now I've read somewhere that the Catholic Church appointed my sister Florence Nachiwal.
Not Mengo.
Oh. Now I hear that when he appoints the senior citizen, second as the vice president, that we Catholics will be happy. Not me. I know what it means. For me, what I want is a running hospital. I want standby ambulances on Masaka Road. I don't care even if we don't have a minister.
I remember when Gilbert Bukenya was appointed vice president, the late Monsignor Obunga actually said the church was happy.
Monsignor who?
Obunga.
Do they know politics? Do they know politics? Do they know politics? For me, if there is a project that will employ 1,000 Ugandans in Masaka, I'll be the happiest.
You don't care whether...
I don't care. What I need is jobs from
Let me hear
people.
this one. Hello? 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 Yes, good evening. Your name, question or comment? Mr. Kasule, will you speak a little louder?
This is Jovian Speaker Kasule.
Yes, Kasule.
Okay, I would like to thank Mr. Frank for at least letting the Ugandans know about what Mr. Museveni is all about. I'm wondering why he appointed his wife as the Minister for Education without... I'm not really getting it.
Okay. Well, she's been minister for Karamoja. Are you actually uncomfortable with the president appointing his wife a minister?
I know a president in West Africa who appointed over 11 family relatives. To me, if the first lady has the competency to be the minister for education, let her be. But I told you earlier in the show that even if you give this government 1,000 years, there is nothing they are going to do. I hear now there is a new minister for cooperatives.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Your name, question or comment?
This is Nkisha Emmanuel from Ivanda Town.
Yes, tell me about Ivanda.
Ivanda is good. I thank Gashumba. Gashumba is so good man, but President Museveni, just play for Ugandans, please. Uganda is a crazy country now.
Okay.
I was telling you that I hear there is a new minister for cooperatives.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, the cooperatives are part of the mission to be rejuvenated.
It's not there. Uganda Commercial Bank. They have turned the Uganda Commercial Bank into a casino and a shopping mall. It's impossible. When he appoints a minister for cooperatives, psychologically, he's tuning Ugandans that I'm bringing back cooperatives. It's no more. Cooperatives are not done by the government. It's the individuals that come together, make associations. In Masaka, where I come from, we had the factories under Masaka Cooperative Union. They are no more. And those cooperative unions could create jobs to the youth. We have 84 ministers now. Kenya has 16. And the population for Kenya is 44 million. Yes, we have 141 presidential advisors. And you know presidential advisor is at the level of a minister. What are they adding to the society? Nothing. We have over 400 MPs. What value do they add to our economy? Nothing. Now I heard you talk about the budget. If the budget's a day for champagne, they're going to go to Serena, drink, drive big cars, broke the roads. That's it. An ordinary person in Masaka, in Iba, and in Intungamo, the life will remain the same. That's it.
But Frank, we are going to have the biggest budget we've ever had.
Yeah.
Since Uganda was.
Yes. Yeah, I've just told you, KCC has 800 billion. Do you see? Why is that small countries have little money and they have transformed the lives of their people? The issue is not money. It's the will. This government has no will to serve Ugandans. What comes first to them is how do we retain power forever and ever? That's it. They don't simply, and by the way...
But where are those Ugandans you're talking about, Frank? You see, certain times I become extremely despondent. Without doing a rabble-rousing. Yesterday someone said, Kizza Besigye got by Chigundu returns, 3.5 million votes. He is picked up and put in place A, place Y, place Z.
Yes.
And incarcerated. And you don't even have 100 people raise a placard and say, release Kizza Besigye, except the 3 members of parliament, Sewanyana, Baraka Munyagwa, and Mwijuke. Except those 3. Where are the other Ugandans? If you cannot stand up for what you believe in.
Do you know why General Museveni must close Entebbe Road? The fear. Do you know why they are caging Dr. Besigye in Upper Prison? They know. Besigye won this election. And I can assure you, change is coming to this country.
You see,
we may not discuss this on WBS, but I can assure you, don't think we are sleeping.
Frank.
Don't think that Ugandans are so quiet, they don't even know what's going on. They know. You
Frank,
bring Amadi
let me show you the Ugandans you're talking about. They close Entebbe Road for a week.
Yes.
They whine, they cry, they go back to their houses, they go through the backside roads, and life goes on normally. Are those the Ugandans you're telling me that
Forget about these Ugandans that drink Monday to Friday in Kampala, who drink Tuscan wine and everywhere. They are everywhere and they are nowhere. Forget about those who drive cars. The Ugandans we are talking about, you are going to see them. And that man, Dr. Besigye, who is in Upper Prison, will surprise Ugandans. You cannot jail a person with no charge, with no case. Every lawyer I've spoken to, every state attorney I've spoken to, there is no case for that man. But because they know they rigged an election, actually, this was not an election. It was not rigging an election. It was a coup. General Museveni used the UPDF, he used the Uganda prisons, he used the Uganda police to mount a coup. That's why he had to thank them in Kololo for the first time. General Museveni did thank the security forces in Kololo. You remember? So there was a coup.
Possibly before they've been thanked without...
No. They know what they did. That's why they're in constant fear. And Ugandans don't give up. Frank, why I disagree with General Motu?
For as long as you do not have civic awareness to the level that stands up to people, to regimes, and it doesn't matter whether it is President Museveni or Uhuru Kenyatta or Kagame or Kabila, the population must stand firm and say, if we don't have water, we need water.
Beautiful.
If we don't have transport, we need transport. And then governments deliver. But the population in Uganda is under the table.
No, I agree with you. I think the leadership in Uganda up, the so-called opposition up, I think they have somehow betrayed Ugandans. But the ordinary Ugandan who voted for Dr. Besigye, my God, his spirits are high. When you meet these opposition leaders in Kampala, you can cry. You can cry.
We have to go.
You can cry.
Thank you very much, Frank. And
before you can go, the only person that really represents the Ugandans what they feel, he's caged up in Ruzira prison. The rest, 98%.
Frank, it may be actually perspective. It may be how do we do our things. It is at execution, not
Invite
strategy.
me next week. I will tell you those ones that are in parliament now, what they have done for their families. A week after swearing in. What are you talking about? They are there for self-entitlements.
We'll catch you on Friday with the guys in the face-off. It's gonna be hot. It's going to be hot, and I'm sure we'll enjoy it. We'll catch you on Friday, talk about the different ones, and we may have one of the other guys that have been brought on board to join us on the show. Good night.